Hello, good day viewers. How do you normally factorize quadratic expressions where the constant term is very huge? Example, x squared plus 76x plus 1428. You can see that the constant term is very huge. And I know that to factorize this, you have to come up with two numbers, which when you multiply them together, you get the constant term. And the moment you add the two numbers together, you get the coefficient of x, which is 76. Coming up with such numbers is not that simple, unless if you have to use third-party application, which is not allowed in Nigeria, especially inside the classroom. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you a simple way to do that. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. Press the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever I upload any content. And don't forget to like this video as well. All right. Since I know that by adding such numbers, I'm going to get the coefficient of x. So I'm going to forget about the constant term for now. Let me pay attention to the coefficient of x. So if you want to start, please start halfway. Take half of the coefficient of x. And half of this number will be 38. So I would like to use 38. If it is 4, use 2. If it is 10, use 5. You understand? All right. So 38 and another 38 will definitely give us this 76. But the question is, what will be the product of these two numbers? If you take 38, you multiply by 38, this will be 1444, which is bigger than this constant. But we need that combination where the product will be equal to the constant. So how can we do that? All right, you have to think critically, because I know that if you reduce 1 here, it is going to become 37. Then you add 1 to the other side, it becomes 39. The sum will be what? The same, 76. If you reduce 1 here again, 36 plus 40, this will be 76 exactly. But we need a pair that will give us a product of the product of the pair that will give us the constant. But since we know that removing the same quantity and adding the same quantity to the other term will give us the same sum, let us come up with an idea. Let that number be u. If I take 38 and I subtract a number u, and I take the same 38, I add the same number u, the product will be 1. We want to come up with a product of 1428. But I know that the sum will be 76. Look at it. Negative u plus u will be 0. 38 plus 38 is 76. So we want to find a number u here, which if you plug it back here, the product will be 1428. So we are solving another equation in terms of u. And if you observe, this is nothing but difference of two squares. You take the first term, you square that. That is 38 squared. You subtract, take the second term, you square that. This will be 1428. U squared will be equal to, okay, let me break it down. 38 squared is 1444 minus u squared. This will be 1428. So we are going to make u squared the subject. U squared will be equal to 1444 minus 1428. Once you take this one to the other side, it becomes positive. You take this one backward, it becomes negative. So this is what we have. And u squared will be equal to this minus this is 16. And u will be equal to 4 by taking square root of both sides. I know it is plus or minus 4. But the reason why I leave my answer as 4 is because you see we have minus and plus. It's all the same. So if you take minus 4, you plug it here, it will be plus 4. And it will be minus 4 here. And take the positive version. In either way, you have to get the same thing. So we are going to replace u with 4. So we have 38 minus 4 multiplied by 38 plus 4. Is this the same thing as 1428? Because that's our main goal. This will be 34, right? If you subtract 4, multiplied by, this will be 42. Is this the same thing as 1428? Because I know that 34 plus 42 will give us 76. But the only thing we want to confirm is that, is the product the same thing as this? Just confirm that, because I know it must be 1428. So therefore, this can now be factorized, because we only need to think of two numbers that can be multiplied to get the constant, and the sum will be 76. And these are the two numbers. So it will be x plus 34 multiplied by x plus 42. And this is said to be the factorized version of this quadratic expression. So always just take half of this, add the same quantity, subtract the same quantity, multiply, and equate it to be the constant term. Then find that unknown variable, plug it back. Simplify, it will give you those two numbers you are looking for, no matter how big the number is. So this is the factorized version. And if it is an equation, just set this to be equal to 0 and solve. It will be x equal to negative 34 or x equal to negative 42. As simple as that. Bye-bye.